Welcome back everyone. It is now round 4 of the MRL DTM Style Championship, Season 15. This week we are at Monza, the absolute temple of speed and one of the most famous circuits in the world. An absolutely brilliant track, but it will be very tight at the first chicane when we all start, so care will be needed there. We'll probably even do a few practice starts before we get into qualifying on Sunday. So I hope you're ready for that. This lap I'm going to did pick up a penalty through Ascari at the end, but there was pixels in it. So I will show you doing Ascari clean after this lap is finished. But we will get right into our view now. Get ready. And on we go. Now over to the left for the first turn, we are going to be looking at around about 125. So braking right now, as you can see, midway between the 150 and the 100. All the way down to first gear, you can cut onto the curb on the first part of the chicane, but you want to try and miss the sausage on the second part. Let's see. So you can cut right up onto this one, that's fine. Miss the sausage, get the speed on as soon as possible. That's a good run out for Curva Grande. So just keep it nice and tight. Ready for the second chicane. An absolute horror this one. It will give plenty penalties. So what we're looking at is a little bit of dirt on the right hand side here where the gate is. This is our braking point, as you can see. All the way down to second. Again, you want to cut up onto the first part of the chicane, but you must keep two wheels on the tarmac on the second part. Here we go. Cut onto the first part, two wheels there, that was nice out of there. For this one we're looking just at the 50 and we're going to brake down to third and swing it in. I don't know if I go down to second on this lap, I think I keep it in third. Here we go. Yeah, keep it in third, get on the curb and then get the car rotated and on the power. Here we are braking just on the 50 board. Again, down to third. And you want to cut up onto the curb here. Around about 85 to 87 miles an hour. Maybe even 90 if you're lucky. And get right on the power and use all the curb on the exit. So use all the curb there, that's fine. It was actually a really good second lesmo there. Now all the way down to Ascari, this will be where I pick up my penalty on the exit of Ascari. Braking just before the 100, as you can see, just after the escape road. Down to third, and you really want to cut into the first piece of Ascari. That will straighten the middle apex out for you. And then get as close as you can on the exit, but I get slightly wrong on the exit. So I've over rotated here, so trying to make it back up by turning a little bit too early here. And as you can see, I'm going to go straight over this black and white sausage, which means I won't keep as long as you keep your right hand wheels on the actual curb itself, you'll be fine. But as you're about to see, I just go a little bit too much on this. Let's have a look. Yeah, a little bit. See, I've gone just over that line, and that's what brought me a half-second penalty. But it's okay, because it was my fastest lap, so I'd rather show that. But I will show how to do Ascari properly in a moment. So coming up to parabolica, braking about 70-75 meters out. Again, you've got to try braking a straight line, down to second gear, use the curb for rotation if you get that tight, and back up to third on exit. Here we go. Down to second, up to third, use the curb, helps rotate the car a little bit, out wide and then cut back in for your qualifying lap. And get the green stuff right in the middle of the car, and you're good for a 149.597. Now I have gone faster than that since in the Mercedes I'm going to be using. So what we'll do is we'll go back one lap, we'll go out of car, we'll do it all in real time. and then I'll show you my Ascari done properly. So there's the 125. Missed that one especially. You get on the power so much earlier if the car's not unbalanced. And that's all good. Now let's get up to the first chicane. Second chicane, sorry. There's the fencing and the gate. Cut that one nicely. As long as you got two wheels on, at least the curb should be on the tarmac, but I'll go away with that one. Down to third, get the car rotated. There is another little escape road on the inside there that you could use for your acceleration marker, but I'll just do it by instinct. Through the second lesmo, fine, cut the curb. The Porsche and the Mercedes really handle that curve well, so that's okay. So coming up to Ascari, braking down, cut onto this. I could have cut more onto that one, and that's what kept me a bit shallow there. So your first part of Ascari is the most important part of the entire chicane, and it sets you up nicely. As you see, that's my half-second penalty I pick up, but that's fine. There we are, there is 75, cut down to second, up to third, use a little bit of curb through rotation, and that brings us to the end of the lap. So what we'll do now is we'll go back and have a look at it a little bit better. So we'll jump on a few spaces. Here we go, here's Ascari. That was okay, didn't keep much speed there, but that is how you want to do it better. As long as you've got your inside wheels on the red and white curbing, you're fine there. So let's go and do it again. From my point of view, sorry. Yeah, right. And have we gone too far? Yeah, we're too far back, so let's go forward a bit. What to do? Right, and let's do it from in car. Here we go. So, could have cut up onto this a bit more, that's okay. But that is where you want to be getting onto Ascari, that's fine. And that was your lap guide for this week, apart from all the jittery stuff at the end. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you for round 5. Sardinia A reverse very soon. Cheers all.